Here in Kentucky, there's a trigger law that is currently on the books in effect that makes abortion inaccessible and illegal in the state, even in cases of rape and incest. I am running because I do not agree with that law. I think that the government should not be involved in these personal healthcare decisions. Advocating for healthcare for all is part of why I decided to get into politics. It's incredibly personally important to me.
My name is Kate Turner. I am running for state representative in Kentucky, House District 33. I will be on the ballot this November. I am the Democratic nominee. In 2010, I graduated college from the University of Maryland, and I opted to have an IUD inserted at the University of Maryland Medical Hospital. I moved to Washington, D.C. and had my first well woman visit or a pap smear done at Georgetown University Hospital. I was on the exam table, legs in stirrups, speculum inserted, and the medical student goes, "Oh my God, what is that?" Their professor came over, took a look, peeked up at me over my gown and said, "Sorry, we're a Catholic hospital. We don't do IUDs here." This taught me how bad policy turns into shitty healthcare experiences for patients. Now, I'm running for office against a guy who, in a committee hearing, threatened to pull state funding from the University of Louisville Medical School because they teach OBs how to perform abortions.
I am meeting a lot of people, particularly Republican and independent women, and some men as well, who believe that the abortion ban in the state has gone too far. This is a human rights issue, but it's also an economic issue. It comes back to working families being able to succeed and provide for themselves. When you take away people's access to reproductive care, you take away their ability to decide how many children they're able to take care of. That's an incredibly personal decision that belongs to you and you alone and should be discussed with your doctor and potentially your partner if you want them involved, not the government. Healthcare is what catalyzed me to decide to run. I was in an accident and I cut my hand and needed surgery and physical therapy and would have had it added about $15,000 of debt on my table in addition to the $30,000 in student loan debt that I had at that time. Every time that we make it more difficult for people to see the doctor, we are encouraging them to not take good care of themselves. And that means that we have a sick care system, not a healthcare system. It means that people are reactively taking care of issues that come up instead of getting something checked out before it becomes a much larger issue. There are a lot of challenges in Jefferson County Public Schools. The GOP has consistently voted against teachers and teachers' interests and against the interests of public education. My opponent has voted to bring charter schools into the state of Kentucky.
Charter schools actively take away dollars from public schools. We do not need to give away the Commonwealth's dollars to private charter school corporations who don't really care about children's education. They care about making a profit. These private charter school corporations sell their curriculums, open up these charter schools, hire underqualified teachers, and over-test the children in these under-resourced areas. I will always be on the side of public education and not private corporations.
People in Kentucky want strong, world-class public schools here. They deserve someone in the legislature who will advocate for public education, not just say that they like teachers, not just say that they respect teachers, but actually push policy that shows that they really do believe that. When I don't talk about issues as either left or right, and I reject the narrative of either a Republican issue or a Democrat issue, but I talk about how this is going to impact and help working families, I'm connecting with folks, and they appreciate that. They appreciate having someone who cares about them, who's an advocate for them, who will fight for them in Frankfurt. This is a working state. This is a union state. And the labor movement is picking back up in Kentucky, just like it is all over the entire United States. Heine Brothers is a local coffee shop to Louisville, and the baristas who work at Heine Brothers have decided to unionize through the SEIU. One of the more popular locations of the shop in Douglas Loop was shut down unexpectedly. Some of the strongest organizers were at this location. It was union busting directly. Luckily, the baristas continued to organize. They officially announced that they were having their vote with the SEIU just a couple of weeks ago, which is huge. I am excited about this race. I am excited for November. I am excited to show people that even in Kentucky, we can turn districts blue, and we can do it by meeting people where they are and talking about the issues that they care about and advocating for working families.